one of the important lab investigation is we have to measure the ACTH values. ACTH value we should measure, and it should be measured at various time, and usually it peaks in morning, early morning 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. it will peak. This is a classical diurnal variation. After that it is normal. In other times it will be normal. So, high value is seen at 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. This diurnal variation we should see. We have to look for this diurnal variations. So, diurnal variation, increased value in the early morning and afterwards the value becoming normal, is seen only in pituitary source. Please do not forget, is seen only in pituitary source only. This diurnal variation is present. It is absent in adrenal source. So, we have to find out what source is it. One important test is this test. We have to do one test, that is diurnal variation test. And number 2 test is dexamethasone stimulation test. High dose dexamethasone we should give. What will happen if you give high dose of dexamethasone? Naturally, the ACTH should fall down. When you give high dose of dexamethasone, ACTH will normally fall down. This is normal function. So, okay, it is a routine when steroids are injected, the levels of ACTH will decrease. This normal phenomenon is seen only in pituitary source. It is seen only in pituitary source. This is again absent in adrenal source. Absent in adrenal source. Please do not forget, it is absent in adrenal source. So, these are interesting tests. Now, let me tell you how to differentiate what is the source. How to differentiate what is the source of hypercortisolemia by doing 3 tests. We have to do Cushing syndrome. We have to do Cushing syndrome. We have to see whether it is a Cushing syndrome. Cushing syndrome means adrenal source. Whether it is a Cushing's disease. Cushing's disease means pituitary source. Whether it is a pituitary source or whether it is ectopic source, ectopic ACTH production. So, these are the 3 causes of Cushing syndrome. As a surgeon, you should know these points. So, we have to do the following test. Diurnal variation. We have to measure ACTH for diurnal variation. So, who will be maintained? It is maintained. It is present in Cushing's disease alone. It is absent in other 2 cases. The diurnal variation is absent in adrenal source and ectopic ACTH production also, it is absent. Please do not forget, it is absent in ectopic ACTH source also. Very important point for your exams. Please do not forget this point. And coming to ACTH level, the next point is ACTH level. When you go for ACTH level, now I can find out what is the source of pathology by using 3 tests. Number 1, diurnal variation test, number 1, diurnal variation test, number 1. Number 2, by doing ACTH measurement, ACTH level I will measure. And number 3, I will do high dose dexamethasone suppression test. High dose dexamethasone suppression test. So, with these 3 things we are going to find out where is the problem. If it is from adrenal, what is the name of that? It is known as Cushing syndrome. If it is from pituitary, it is known as Cushing's disease, or it can be from ectopic source. So, diurnal variation is present only in pituitary source. Please do not forget, it is present only in pituitary source. It is absent in adrenal and ectopic source. Absent in adrenal and ectopic source. ACTH level is less than 5 picograms per ml. It is around 15 to 500 picograms per ml. More than 1000 picogram per ml. So, easily you can find out what is the pathology by measuring this. Less than 5, it is actually decreased. ACTH level is decreased in adrenal source. Okay. So, when I give high dose dexamethasone, no response at all. No response at all in adrenal source. But in pituitary source, it is decreased. The ACTH values decrease on dexamethasone suppression test. and there is no response in ectopic source. So this will help you to find out whether it is an adrenal source or a pituitary source or an ectopic source. So if it is a pituitary, if you suspect this is a picture from pituitary source, we should advise pituitary MRI. You will advise pituitary MRI, inferior petrosal venous sampling, inferior petrosal venous sampling will be done. So we will do pituitary MRI, we will do inferior petrosal venous sampling will be done. And for adrenal source, we go for CECT abdomen to look for any adenoma in the adrenal source. I told you most common is adenoma. So we will go for adenomas. CECT shows adenomas. Okay. Ectopic source, what are the investigations you should rule out to look for it? So you should rule out small cell cancer lung, we should rule out carcinoids, we should rule out pheochromocytoma also can produce this ectopic source, or bronchial adenoma can also produce this. So all these are various sources, and then these are diagnosed by CT abdomen. We are diagnosing them by CT abdomen, chest, or by somatostatin receptor scintigraphy are used for ectopic sources. So this is how you diagnose what is the syndrome. So what is the cause of increased steroids can be diagnosed with the help of adrenal value from the pituitary or from ectopic ACTH by doing this test gradually. So this is a very important point, please don't forget. And if it is an adrenal source, the treatment is going to be very easy. What is the treatment of adrenal source? If it is from adrenal source, the treatment is unilateral. If there is a single adenoma, unilateral adrenalectomy. Please remember, if there is a single adenoma, I will go for unilateral adrenalectomy. If there is a hyperplasia, I will go for bilateral adrenalectomy. So it can be due to adenoma or hyperplasia. If it is adenoma, unilateral adrenalectomy is enough. If it is hyperplasia, I have to go for bilateral adrenalectomy. And coming to pituitary source, in pituitary source, we do transsphenoidal excision. Transsphenoidal surgery will be done. Pituitary irradiation will be done. We have to cure the pituitary disease. Pituitary irradiation should be done. And nowadays, stereotactic radiosurgery is available, SRS. Stereotactic radiosurgery is available, which delivers the radiotherapy only to the tumor. If none of these is possible, if you are unable to remove the pituitary tumor, we have to go for bilateral adrenalectomy. Such cases, please remember, for a unremovable pituitary tumor, bilateral adrenalectomy with a lifelong steroids given. With a lifelong steroids are given for these patients. Okay, so please don't forget this point.